Happy Sunday, guys. How are you? Welcome into the Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk. Matt, we're here every single morning. Thanks to BettingPros.com. Thanks to BetMGM. And you're going to hear my voice, which is completely toast here on the Daily Juice. So you're going to have to just bear with me here for a couple of minutes. I appreciate you guys listening. I am really hoarse. And, well, I told you, I guess I kind of warned you that what we were doing over the last couple of days was going to catch up with me, and it has. It was a lot of fun. It was really enjoyable. It was a couple of late nights, a couple of really fun activities. Golf on Thursday and Friday, and then a big throwdown on Friday night, and then on Saturday here back after a big pool party, being outside in the heat all day. And yeah, it's hard to talk to people when you're trying to have conversations when you're in a big group of people and there's really loud music going on for about 48 hours straight and you spend the time yelling. Well, then you sound like this and you get hoarse. And I've just drank some tea with honey, trying to coat my throat a little bit and trying to get my vocal cords back. But I'm going to spend a lot of time on Sunday kind of resting my voice and not yelling or screaming and trying to get the voice back for Monday's radio show. So yeah, it is what it is. It's one of those things where you just lose your voice when you're yelling and screaming and you're not sleeping very much. So that's what happens. I didn't sleep much on Thursday night. I didn't sleep much on Friday night. I didn't sleep much on Wednesday night. So yeah, here I am back with the podcast. And maybe I guess I should be doing this more often because we were horrible on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we're now 7-1. Since then. So, and if you include the parlay, we're 8-1 since the parlay, and we are way, and I mean way up. That plus 680 parlay cashed on Friday when we taped it from the Virgin Hotel. That came in. So now 7-22, up 23 units. If you had bet $100 on that, that would be $2,300 worth of profit on the Don't Bet a Parlay by me. And maybe I'm totally screwing myself by not just making these things official, because at this rate right now, if you had bet the parlays over the course of the entire existence of the Daily Juice podcast, I think as a totality, I think it would put us somewhere up like 15 units. It would blow through. I think we're still down. Historically, I think we're down 10 units for the entire 14 months of the Daily Juice. I think that's right. And so, I mean, over the totality of it, but if you had bet the parlay, you'd be up 13, 14 units right now yourself. So, maybe I made a big mistake by not counting those things and making them official, because they've been quite successful. We've hit them on back-to-back weeks, although last week was a plus 400 due to the scratch of a rainout. This was a plus 680 that came in and cashed on Friday. We got the other three bets right as well. And then last night, both overs came in for the NFL. I told you week 2 overs, okay? We saw overs all over the place in week 2. Overs, and high-scoring games, really lopsided games. See a lot of lopsided games, which is pretty interesting. But an opportunity to get on that. We went 2-0 there. We get Ugas to win on the money line. That came in. If you waited, you got as high as plus 350 at certain books. I took it at plus 275. And then you had the distance bet at minus 150. And then the Pacquiao by decision, unanimous decision at plus 230. That bet misses. So the half unit play comes in at minus 150. And then we cash big with the quarter unit play coming in on plus 275. So a very profitable day. Very nice winning day on Saturday. Winning day on Friday. Big up, 7-1 officially over the last 2 days. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm seriously exhausted, and I am in desperate need of a good night's sleep, and I'm in desperate need of a quiet day. So I am going to bet baseball today, but I just don't have it in me right now to determine and decide which bets I'm going to make. So I'm just going to give you the bets that I made before I got crazy, which I made yesterday for the podcast today, and they are 2 NFL bets that I want to get into preseason for us. The preseason numbers are now, I believe I am 12-5 officially in preseason betting. I think that's right. I got to go back and double check that, but I think that's what the mark is. Maybe 12-6. than I am, or maybe 13-6. But I got to see exactly what we've done. But we're up. We've done very well. 2-0 yesterday in preseason football. I'm back again here at 2 plays, half-unit plays coming up on preseason football today. I will do baseball today. I will have something in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or underneath me here on YouTube to get into the Discord channel. I will have a play for you guys, or a couple of plays for you guys on this. And yeah, so I'll have that. So in the Discord channel, we'll do baseball. But before I give you the plays, though, I meant to say this at the top, but I'll get to this right now. You guys, a lot of you guys came over from Betting Pros, from Fantasy Pros, and Tags, Mike Tagliere from Fantasy Pros. I just found this out. I did not know anything about this until the Fantasy Pros Twitter account tweeted it out. But Tags is not doing well right now with COVID-19. He's in the hospital. His family is very concerned, and whatever good vibes, whatever good thoughts, whatever prayers, whatever you feel like is a way of sending out good energy into the universe, it would be really awesome if you could do that, because he needs it, his family needs it, and it's, this virus just won't stop, and it's just awful, and it's just... it's hitting all of us in different ways, and it's hitting, obviously, the Fantasy Pros community, the Fantasy Pros family really, really hard right now. And, I've only talked to him over Twitter. I've actually met Mike, face-to-face, but everything I've heard about him, everything I've seen from his work, that he's one of the best in the business. He's an extraordinarily sharp guy and just a really great human being. And it broke me up yesterday when I found that out, that, oh, my gosh, he really is sick and struggling with COVID. And things aren't going great for him with COVID. So whatever you guys could do, Tags needs it, and let's have the Betting Pros and Fantasy Pros community. Let's put all of our energies together and really trying to help him get through this, and hope for the best, and that that he recovers and he's able to get back to work and be part of the football family and not miss the NFL season and be successful. But for right now, who cares about football? Right now, it's about his health and getting him back healthy to be with his family. So. I'm thinking about you, Tags, and I know that everyone else who has been around you is thinking about you, and we really hope that you're okay, and we'll do whatever we can do to help you, bud. So let's keep pushing through this, and hopefully you can find your way through it, because I know it's a bad spot right now. So COVID sucks. There's no other way about it. COVID absolutely and completely sucks. So all right, let's talk about 2 games today from that transition, but. Let's get to the Browns and the Giants. Let's start with this game here. It is a 1 p.m. Eastern time kick on the NFL Network, Giants at the Browns. Okay, there is something to be said here about home teams and the way these home teams are performing. A lot of them are playing really well, and a lot of these road teams aren't really interested in being out there, and I don't like what I saw from the Giants, okay? I mean, you got Saquon Barkley not playing. You've got a lot of these bigger players who are, Kadarius Toney's not going to be playing, and they scored 7 points against the Jets. 7, okay? I know they're going to want to play better, but I don't know if Kevin Stefanski is interested in, helping the Giants get through this. I think he just wants to get out there and play his team, and Baker Mayfield could play. There's going to be a bunch of second-string and third-string guys out there, but I think the Browns are a better team just top to bottom. I think their third stringers are better than some of the Giants' first stringers. The number has crashed. The number has come all the way down to 4, and it was 5.5 at one point. Now it's 4. It may keep on coming down for you, but I mean, look, I haven't bet too many sides here on this, but I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Giants at all. I was having a conversation with somebody about the Eagles, and somebody was making the point that there's value on the Eagles to come in last place, to have the worst record in the NFL. The Eagles have the worst record in the NFL is plus 1,500. And this is someone I respect. This is someone who I've talked to a lot about gambling. And I was like, wow, that's a really interesting thought. And I was like, so what are they going to go in the division? And it was like, they're going to go 2-4. And I'm like, well, they go 2-4 in the division. I don't think the Eagles will have the worst record. They're going to need to go 0-6 in the division. So which team could go 0-6 in the division? And I said, well, the Giants. And the person was like, no, Giants should be okay. But I don't like their offense. I don't like anything about the Giants right now. Okay, Joe Judge, I don't like anything about their offense. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get involved with the total. I do think the under is the right play, just given the lack of offense. But Browns are at home. I don't want to be sweating like a 20-0 type of final and the under comes in. I'd rather just lay the 4 points here. I'm going to take the Browns -4 at -110 to win and cover. If it goes down to 3, I like it even more. But it's to buy a full point. At the books I was looking at, it's like -140, -150 to get down to 3. Obviously, that's the biggest number and the most important number. So the books are going to make you pay for it, and I'm not sure we need it. Let's just hope it's not a 3-point win. Let's hope it's like a double-digit win, and the Browns win it going away. So I'm going to lay the 4 points here with Cleveland for a half a unit and jump in with the Browns at home to take care of business. In game number 2 of the day today in preseason football, we've got SoFi Stadium, which the Rams just lost by going for 2 against the Raiders. The total was 33.5, by the way, in that game, and the final score 17-16, 33 points. That is a brutal loss. If you had the over and you were just praying for that, the over did not come in for the Raiders and the Rams. I liked the over in that game. It did not come in. Now we've got the Chargers and the 49ers, and the total is 34, okay? So this kind of follows the same philosophy that I bet yesterday about overs. Now, this is a low number. It's 34 here. But again, this is not about the starters who primarily aren't going to play. This is about the backups. And this is about a running game. Let's see what happened here, because I think Justin Herbert will play a couple of series. We know that some of the better, more high-profile defensive players for the 49ers will be out. We know that both teams want to run the ball, but they have explosive offenses. And I think there's guys trying to win jobs. You've got Chase Daniel, who's a solid backup quarterback coming in, who's going to want to ball out, who's going to want to play big and put up some big numbers here. Look, this is a great matchup of California teams. I just think 34 is too low of a number. I think both teams could potentially score, into the upper teens and then get into potentially the lower 20s. And I think there's enough talent where guys are trying to make the roster, knowing that these starters are going to be out. It's a chance for them to shine. And I think there's a chance this game gets to be pretty high scoring. So, to me, I'm going over. I bet the over 34 for the Chargers here and the 49ers. Being a little bit contrarian, both my plays yesterday, by the way, 95% and 93% of the bets at DraftKings were against me. Okay, I'm okay with that. Okay, I sometimes the public wins. Okay, there's no debating the public wins. But if I see that, I'm not going to be angry when everyone's going one way if I go the other way. I like being contrarian. I like going against the grain. I like making plays that people kind of cringe at, and they're like, "Ooh, God, I don't know about that. I don't know about." I like that. I'm okay with being out on an island with some of these bets. So you may cringe a bit and go over, Matt, over 34. Man, the 49ers defense, Chargers defense, starters aren't going to play all that much. I think we could see some Trey Lance, and that could be fun. I don't know how much Garoppolo is going to play, but I think we've got Justin Herbert's going to make a debut. Let's go with scoring drives from the first team. Let's get a couple of scoring drives in the first quarter. Let's get a higher scoring first quarter, and then let's jump in here with these two teams on the over 34, okay? So those are my only two plays here for the podcast today. We will definitely get to some baseball plays on the Discord channel, but I need to stop talking, as you can hear my voice falling apart as I'm speaking. So I need to get off here and stop talking. But we'll get going in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat to get in if you need it. And then I'll have a baseball player too for you guys here on a Sunday. But let's keep the good times rolling here. Hopefully we get a couple of more preseason victories for us, and then we'll get into some other stuff with baseball later on today. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at Sports Talk Matt each and every morning. It's the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM, always found on bettingpros.com.